The Sixers tied up their series 1-1 against the Raptors last night with a 5-point win on the road. Jimmy Butler was the star for Philly, scoring 30 points with 11 rebounds. Toronto had a chance to tie it up in the closing seconds, but Danny Green missed an open three. Game 3 moves to Philly on Thursday. Chris Broussard still with us this morning, but Skip, I'm going to start with you here.
Thank you. My turn.
What shot do you give Philly to win the series?
I give Philly a good shot to win this series because I picked Philly to win the entire Eastern Conference. My biggest concern is the knee of one Joel Embiid because I think it's become, that's what I've been told, arthritic. It's like an Andrew Bynum knee. It requires treatment all day and all night just to take enough of the pain, enough of the sting out of it that he can try to participate in the basketball game. And he said he's up to 6 treatments a day, and I don't think he's exaggerating. He told Jackie McMullen that.
I read that.
Yep.
And I do think they're doing everything in their power just to get him ready for tip-off. And I think his team is really feeding off his mental toughness because I do love this team's mental toughness. The weird part about this team is it needs its backs completely pushed to the wall before you see the mental toughness. But you saw it last night because they knew it was double jeopardy because Joel had a stomach virus on top of the balky knee, and he sucked it up and gutted it up and played 32 minutes and gave them all of 12 points and 6 rebounds. But late in the game, with about, 30 seconds left, he made a big spin basket on Gasol, and I think it really lifted his team because it stopped the bleeding for a second. And it lifted them from up 1 to back up 3, and then Danny Green missed at the other end. I love Danny Green. Sorry he's stuck up there with number 2 in Toronto. But
he ain't stuck nowhere. Stop, but he's stuck.
He should still be a Spur, actually. He was chronically in Pop's doghouse. Now he should be in somebody else's doghouse, I guess, after last night. 1 for 8 and 1 for 6 from 3 and missed that one. But the point was, we saw classic Philadelphia blue-collar grit and toughness and tenacity because that team went out and locked down on defense and held number 2's team in Toronto to 89 points, crushed them on the backboards 53-36. And Jimmy Butler, I said yesterday on the show, he has to take more than 14 shots, and he took 22 shots. And he scored 30 points, and he scored 17 in the second half, and he scored 12 in the fourth quarter. They acquired him to close, and he finally closed a crucial game for them and put them back in command of this series. Now, can they stand prosperity? Can they go home and hold serve at home? It's all about Joel's knee, and I can't predict it. I think he'll get over his stomach virus. He will not get over his quote-unquote knee virus because that's an issue. But I did appreciate Ben Simmons. He was statistically nowhere last night with 6 points, but he did take number 2 last night, and I do think he made him sweat, and he kept him from dunking on Philly. He kept him from just attacking the rim the way he can when he gets in a flow, and he made him take 10 threes, and he made 3 of them, and that was a big difference in the game.
Make 5 of them.
Yeah.
He's going to make 5.
He's going to make 5? Okay. Well,
you want something?
He held Kawhi to 35.
Okay. Okay. What did he score last game?
45.
Thank you. Was that
He's averaging 40.
He averaging 40. He averaging 40.
Yeah, but I like it if you make him shoot.
He is a good defender.
Yeah.
Ben is a good defender.
He is a good defender, and Jimmy Butler can't really hang with number 2. But
well, it takes so much out of him, Skip. I mean, and that's why you see a lot of times the star players, well, Michael Jordan didn't know he didn't. Scottie Pippen always took the toughest offensive player for the opposing team. That's what Scottie Pippen did. So let the truth be told, Skip, baby.
Truth be told, when it was the fourth quarter, Michael said, I got him.
I'm done. We're moving on. I'm moving on.
Don't let the facts get in the way, right?
If you're going to tell me Serge Ibaka is going to have 2 points, Van Fleet's going to play 18 minutes, have 0 points, but he's a minus in the plus-minus of 18, and Norman Powell's going to have, 3 points? They got...
He had one big shot.
Skip, they got 5 points from the bench.
Right.
The Raptors bench, Van Fleet,
that's a strength of theirs.
It's Serge Ibaka. Woo! And they gave you 5.
Greg Monroe looked like he was playing, and all of a sudden he couldn't play anymore because he turned his ankle. How about Mike Scott?
And
Did he play last night?
Where's Jeremy Lin? I thought you got him, because of the points. You said something. You said about Embiid's knee. I don't know how it gets better.
I don't either.
In the series. because the games are coming.
Yeah.
Granted, okay, you get 2 days, but that's still 300+ pounds running up and down the court, bouncing up and down.
You're hoping for maintenance, rather than total improvement.
So basically, and you're also hoping that you can close this out early.
Yep.
You don't want to be going, 6, 7 games in every series because it's going to catch up. He has to play, Skip. He can't sit down like he did with the Nets. And if you look at all the other teams, you look at Jimmy Butler played almost 43 minutes. Ben played played 44.5 minutes.
Yep.
Their big guys are playing multiple minutes, but Embiid's down to the 28. He played 34 last night. I don't know how they're going to win this series if he can't give them more minutes and more production than what he gave them last night.
True.
Skip, I give Philly a 20% chance to win this series. I would be stunned if they won this series. And I know all the talent they have. And look, last night they showed grit. They showed heart. They made some adjustments. They're a tough team. They're not soft. But I don't think they're mentally tough. Like, I don't mean... They're not mentally soft. I guess I don't think they play intelligent basketball.
Okay.
I'll
give you that, but I do think they have a deep mental
They're tough, to fight through the injuries and play. And Jimmy Butler is tough, mentally and physically. He is a great player for all the issues.
I'll buy your intelligent basketball.
And that's where I think it's going to bite them. I thought it bit them last year against Boston, and I think even last night it darn near bit them. They were up 11 with 5.5 minutes left. Get outscored 17-7. If that game goes a minute longer, they might probably lose, I think. And I just don't think they play intelligent, and I think at the end of the day, that's going to bite them. I think yesterday, as much heart as they showed, I put that loss more on Toronto's lack of focus. They relaxed. Toronto is a team, we know their past history with DeMar DeRozan leading them. They're different now. However, Kawhi and Danny Green, I feel like for them, even though they've won the championships, this is the first time they've been like the leaders. Like, even though Kawhi became the best player in San Antonio, Pop is the man in that system. So Pop is the leader. He's the man. Now Kawhi is really, this is the first time I'm the man. Right. And I think at times they relax, like Orlando, the first game of that series. I think last night you're up 1-0, easy victory in game 1. Embiid is ailing. He's got the stomach issues. So I think they just relaxed and didn't bring their best game. But Philly, I just don't think the two young guys are ready yet, mentally. I think they'll get there eventually, but I don't think they are yet. And Butler, he's big for them. He has to be huge, I think, for them to have a chance to win. They're good letting him run the offense. I think that's been big for him.
Because down the stretch, he had the ball in his hand more than Ben Simmons.
They're kind of playing Ben like a small forward now, in a lot of cases, especially in the half court. So
they were playing James Ennis, Jonah Bolden, and Amir Johnson down the stretch. You like that?
Ennis was big yesterday, but no.
They need to put old Boban in there. Old Boban give you some valuable minutes.
I think he's stuck at the end of the bench. Right? He played all of 125.
Man, they had Boban up and they kept playing games with Boban. They have him up and then they bring him back. They have him up again and they bring him. Nah, let Bo play.
He can't play but so long.
But that's okay, that's enough.
Weren't you picking Philly in the beginning? You picked them in the series?
Completely jumped off the bandwagon.
It sounds like right.
Hold on. Talk about Skip. What I'm supposed to do with Embiid? Them knees. His knees worse than mine. I got an excuse. I'm 51 and played in the NFL. I didn't have no bad knees.
I'm worried about his
25. This is a big deal.
Yeah,
if he's
I'm worried
doing
about his future.
6 treatments a day, you can't maintain.
Okay, he's getting 6 treatments a day at 25. What that's gonna be up to at 28, Skip?
They have to figure this out. Because look, as good as Embiid is, he's great. He's the best big man in the league. You can survive without, like, Ben can play inside in today's NBA. Yes. That's how you alleviate his lack of shooting. You put him on the post, he can pass, he can score down there. But they're going to have to decide, do we move on from Embiid prematurely and trade him? Or do we trade? Remember they did it with Bynum.
Yeah, I know.
You think they will do that?
I think they're going to have to face facts.
Embiid need to go on over to Germany.
But remember, number 2's thigh could flare up.
There you go.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
Was he
looking good?
Was he cooking?
Wait, maybe he needs game 3 off.
And guess what? And Nurse didn't even have to tell him to foul last night. You know, as far as San Antonio, you got to tell the players, we down 4. If we missed a shot, you got to foul.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
That ain't none of my business, though. I don't know why I brought that up.
Me at all.
It was interesting.
It was a 4-point game. Pop's over there going,
No, he did. No, he did. Chris.
Not so.
Not as animated as
folded his
expected.
tent.
Don't do that, Skip.
Well, he had.
Well, why is my dude? Did you tell Chris Broussard you lost due? He lost due to me.
What are you talking about?
That dude.
Denver, San Antonio.
Denver, San
You
Antonio.
stole it out of my refrigerator yesterday.
I had some
You got it
yesterday.
back.
No. We had a case. That was a can.
Huh?
That was
Well, it was like I had like 3 cans. You took all of them.
No.
He
You
did. He stole
you
it.
had 1 can and a 2 liter that was half drank.
Oh, you're not going to take
So
that.
I want what you call them. I need 23 more cases. 23 more cans.
More
Okay.
cans.
Yes, that's a case.
Well, I'm only up plus 33 cases. So.
We'll figure it out.
I paid out.
I'll tell you what.
Okay.
I'll pay you 1 case if you pay me my $1 billion.
But I ain't got it right
He owes
yet.
me $1 billion.
Yeah.
What was that from again? The $1 billion bet?
Oh,
It was
Philly.
it was
Philly.
on your team.
It was Philly.
It was your team in the NFC.
We both picked Philly, but I thought he picked because Case Keenum. Case Keenum is really good.
You learned the hard way
No,
on
I
that
picked
one,
Nick
Shannon.
Foles.
No,
Always pick Nick Foles.
$1 billion.
Yeah.
You're welcome to bet me $1 billion.
but you know what?
if you
We're
want.
gonna see what Nick Foles gonna do this year.
Okay.
Jacksonville.
We'll see. We
We'll
got
get
some
deal on
time.
that one.
Okay.
Good stuff, Chris. Thank you always for being here. We're going back to the Rockets. Should they still be upset with the refs? NBA champ Kendrick Perkins is
Oh, here we
here.
go.
He'll join us. Let's get his take next.